First card that we got was the Heart of the Sky. Pretty card. So it says, the heart of the sky is the love force that made all creation possible. The same force is present when you create with originality, when you bring formlessness to form, or inspired ideas to expression. This primeval force does not know good or bad. It is up to us to provide the clear intention that will guide it to manifest. The heart of the sky helps us call in beauty from the invisible world and birth it into the world of matter. The heart of the sky brings you a sacred reminder. You are a channel for original energy of creation. Become the paintbrush, the canvas, and the artist, all guided by the heart of the sky. Set your intention ethically and clearly, and allow the universe to take care of the details. Okay, so this card is actually really, really important for us because we're under maiden moon now, so it's no longer a dark moon. So it has that crescent of sunlight, and the sun dictates our actions. He encourages us to rise every single day, right? He guides our daytime conscious mind, the time of acting, the time of creative energy in existence, right? So being under maiden moon, the maiden moon with that little sliver of light is encouraging us to act on these things. So the subconscious mind, which is what the moon represents, the subconscious mind is responsible for a lot of our dreaminess, you know, like where ideas just kind of work their way out and up. So with the heart of the sky, it's asking us to remember the originality of our energy, right? So basically it wants us to birth from inside of us whatever it is that we're aching to create. And not to seek it outside ourselves, but to create it from within and then let it rise and express it. So that's a really, really beautiful message. It's literally reminding us that we're the channel for creativity. And if we tune into it and tap into it, we can create our entire reality, right? Our entire existence is created from the perspective that we hold and the energy and the intention we give to that energy, and then it manifests our reality. So basically, we just need to really tune into the intention that we have and see why we're doing what we're doing to know where our energy is going. So this week is going to be all about stepping into that core essence of ourselves. I'll read the next card because that makes sense. I shouldn't even speak yet because we got Soul Retrieval on the other one. This one's wicked gorgeous. And when I first got the deck, this card came up like, I want to say like 5 or 6 times as well. Same thing with the Rainmaker. It was kind of crazy. All right, so we've had this one a few times. Soul Retrieval is a practice that helps you recover a part of yourself, your energy, your enthusiasm, or your innocence that you have lost. At first, we'll use Soul Retrieval to recover from our hurts and heal our childhood wounds. Later, we learn to journey to recover our original nature, that self that was left in the Garden of Eden, who still speaks to the rivers, to the trees, and to God. When we return to Eden, we are whole again. We had an invitation on this one. There's no medicine here. So it's just asking us to tune into something. So it's saying you are no longer fragmented. You are one with creation. You have healed the cause of your pain and the pain you feel. So you do not need to dwell on it any longer. Really, it's true. I like how it says that. If you are still hovering over an old wound, find a new flight path. Don't be distracted with the small stuff you've already mastered. Go for the big one, the journey back to Eden. Now, Eden is represents or representative of ourselves, our original nature before anything happened to us. So the pre-existing child before the world got to us and before all those wounds and things ended up affecting who we are, right? So soul retrieval is asking us to go back to that person, to find that being that we lost connection with, or that we did actually lose, or a piece of ourselves that we lost. Maybe it was the enthusiasm, that desire to live, and instead we've just been living our reaction to all of that childhood pain and trauma, and we're just walking around with huge defense mechanisms up there, and we're not actually feeling the joy that life has to offer. You know what I mean? So soul retrieval is all about getting back to that natural essence, the original essence that we have, that we carry. So that means hurdling over the boundaries and the walls that we've built up around ourselves to get to that spot, right? And with the heart of the sky asking us to step into our originality, it's literally asking us to be ourselves this week. Literally, be yourself. And that does come with some effort, because it means we have to put down the mask of who we've been for so long. This other person that we created to protect ourselves or to lead us through the chaos in our life so that we could just like maintain our mentality, our stable mental self. So we have to put that down to some degree and step into what makes us actually happy. And that's part of what embodiment is, right? Embodiment is all about tuning into yourself, tuning into the body, how the body feels, figuring out the sensations and where all of that pain is, where all the discomfort is, where we've stored the energy, where we've stored old memories, and what's being triggered for us right now. Embodiment is feeling in to the body to find out what state we're in, right? And then we navigate it out. So the heart of sky, you know, that higher consciousness that we have, is asking us to step into our original nature, literally to receive our soul, to retrieve our soul, receive our soul. That's interesting. So to receive the energy from our soul that we need to go retrieve. So when you retrieve yourself, it means connecting, like literally connecting to who's in here. Getting rid of all the conformity, all of the barriers that we've built around ourselves, all of the belief systems that we've put into place and convinced ourselves are real. Certain things have served their purpose in our life to protect us and keep us safe, but they're not all necessary. We can say goodbye to some of them now so that we can be our truth, the piece of our being that we want to connect to, the piece of ourself that we've been craving to become again. The one that knew how to dream and how to have fun and how to pretend, that didn't care what they sounded like when they were singing, that just broke out a dance move because they just felt this like spontaneous energy just to bust a move. Yeah, we have to get back to that. We can't ignore this call, guys. This is fucking huge. And then ready? You ready for this card? I trust the mystery of life. Can you guys see that? Wow. I trust the mystery of life. Oh, I don't know where I put my book. I got this card a lot when I first got this deck. I love it. And literally it speaks in those very few words exactly what we need to be focusing on. Life is a mystery, but it's always for our benefit. And because of the fact that our life is out of our control and only within our influence, we need to really be trusting the fact that there is a mysterious beauty, right, to the life that's being created for us and with us. We gotta trust. We have to trust that there is more to everything that we're going through than we can see, conceivably. There's so much meant for us all that we can't possibly have it all figured out in our heads. So we have to trust that with some degree of this mystery, that everything's gonna be okay for us, right? We're divinely guided. Everything that is happening in our experience, we call it in so that we can learn something from it, so that we can grow from that experience to become the person that our soul actually knows we want to be. We are not meant to be the wounds or the pain for our whole lives. We are meant to overcome that and actually get to the creating part and make ourselves who we want to be. All right, this brings me to my last card. And I think this one is so gorgeous. It's really hard to show you guys these ones though. Hold on. There you go. Can you see that? Isn't that gorgeous? Nice lotus flower and everything. Okay, so this card is called Healing, and it says be gentle with yourself. Now, I know there's a lot of people out here who need this reminder. I'm one of them. Sometimes I'm not very gentle. I forget, we're so hard on ourselves sometimes to make progress and to step towards success and all of these things, and to have it all together, that we give ourselves little space for the falling apart. But it's the falling apart that allows us to come back together, right? And that's what healing is. We got to step into that falling apart piece so that we can really embody our truth. So be gentle with yourself this week. It says, balance your lower chakras. You are worthy of love. Now, if you haven't looked up your lower chakras yet, I highly recommend it. It's all about the root of who you are, the foundation you've built, your stability, your security. It's a lot of like your root system, just identity, all of it. Just go ahead and look that up. It's going to make so much sense to you. So balance those chakras. And it's a good time to do shadow work around that, because a lot of everything that happens in your lower chakras hides your heart. So if you haven't made your way through your lower chakras to clear the energy that's stagnantly sitting in there, it's going to affect the way you feel about yourself and in your heart and towards other people. You're going to feel stunted, basically. Like you can't connect with yourself, can't connect with love, can't get an idea of who you are, and you're constantly in question of what's going on and if it all makes sense. You're worthy of love, and working with those lower chakras will help you see that. So the best way to do that is to practice self-care, definitely, and that's what healing is. Caring for yourself and loving yourself in those spaces that need it, right? Bringing attention to the piece that hurts, that's calling us. And then the last one says, I love this one, are you ready? You are enough. My friends, that's fucking huge. You are enough. So as we're going back through this card reading, right, we have the Heart of Sky asking us to step into our originality. Us, the actual being of who we are. And then we have Soul Retrieval asking us to get back to the heart essence of who we are. Before anything happened, before we believed in other people's opinions and conformed to these ways of being, or built all these barriers and defenses out of fear, we're being asked to return to this nature. And how do we do that? We heal. We have to trust that all of that was given to us and gifted to us so that we could rebel against it, all that shit, rebel against it, and get to who we want to be through healing. But that's what it takes. That's what the journey is. Here's all these broken pieces. Make something. Make something original. Make something nobody else has ever made. Hello, Heart of the Sky is asking us to. Get original with your shit. Channel that guidance in and create yourself in your life as how you want it to be and who you want it to be. Or who you want to be. And we gotta trust that mystery. We gotta trust that process, this entire art project that we are, is chosen for us. It's designed so that we can feel into it and figure out who we're embodying and what it is we want to embody. This is all for our benefit, and we're healing this week. We're really stepping it up. We're really stepping into it, and with Maiden Moon helping us out, bringing that creative energy and really connecting us to our youthful essence. That shit's all lined up. All lined up. Well, my friends, so that's what we're looking at this week. I hope you guys can tap into your originality and the fact that you are enough exactly as you are. Underneath all those defense mechanisms and all those habits and all of those distractive tendencies that you have, beyond it all, everything you use to keep yourself safe, beyond it, you're enough. Just like this. Because I'm enough like this, right? I have permission to be myself. There's nothing wrong with me. Wrong doesn't exist. So if I'm okay, if I'm enough here and now like this, my friend, so are you. And that's a necessary mirror. We don't need to be pointing out what's fucked up in each other. Yeah, so what? That's my art project. Like, those are my fucking art ingredients. I need those for my final project. Like, you have no idea what that's gonna look like. It's gonna be the most beautiful stained glass mosaic you've ever fucking seen. You wait until the light shows through that. It's gonna be a broken beauty. Right? That's what it is. So there's no sense in pointing out all the ways in which we are separate or broken. It doesn't matter. We're just ingredients to a much larger creation. And we just have to trust that.